Welcome to my Life Simulator AI demo featuring genetic algorithms and fuzzy logic. First, talking about genetic algorithms, we can see that there is variance among the size of the slimes, and this is determined by its size genetic. The genetics are split into DNA and genome. Each genome can affect the behavior or the attributes of the creature. The DNA determines the quality or the value of the genome. For instance, the negative DNA for the offense genome is set to 10, and the positive DNA is set to 23. The information for the genome and DNA is stored as read-only structs, as they act as constant default values to look up. The struct also contains information about that genome's likelihood of mutation and how much it can mutate positively or negatively. If there are no parents, then each gene is randomly generated and has an added variance on top of the default lookup values. Parent and grandparent genetics are also considered and can have a different degree of influence on the new genes. This is done through a random selection of a weighted list that is filled with the DNA of both the parents and self. Once the gene is chosen, it has a chance of mutation and can be affected by an experience value. This value is obtained from the parents' genes. A random roll is successful and will then randomly mutate the gene positively or negatively. You can left-click on a creature to view its current attributes and edit them. These attributes and genetics affect the state that the creature is in, which is denoted by the different icons above their heads. These states are determined using fuzzy logic. Attributes and genetics are used as inputs to the logic curves to provide complex variable behavior. Many inputs can be considered at once to give a final Boolean output, of which in this case was determined through a random roll. Every 3 days, a generation will pass, and each creature will generate new offsprings, and we'll be able to see all of the mutations that occur in the debug log.